Okay guys, we are back for some more STPL, and I think this is a good time as any just to mention our wonderful sponsors. Whoa. They cursed me. I can't say it. It's Liquipedia. They've donated an initial $500 towards the prize pool, and our other sponsors, Maturino, have donated 200 codes worth of donations. So if you put in the code LSTPL let me just type this in. I don't know why I'm doing this. I should have got you to do this rapid because I'm typing on my phone.
What are we doing?
If you go
Hey,
to
STPL is sponsored by. Wait, what are you trying to do? Are you doing
so we're doing the codes on Maturino. So click on the Maturino link. You can add 50 cents to the prize pool. Maturino have given us 200 codes overall, so please do make use of every single one of them because that's going to add up to $100.
But what do they enter? How do they get the codes?
So the code is LSTPL, and you just enter it on the Maturino page.
Click link. Type LSTPL gift monies. There we go. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, it's all good. Okay. Well done. We did it.
That's the only way I get paid the big caster dollars for casting this. As if actually that goes straight to the prize pool. Yeah, hey Kix, how about that season 1 prize pool?
That was crazy. What's going on with that? We had like a 15, I think it was $1,564 prize pool, which was insane. We actually split it in between all the teams as well, so everyone got something. Yes, the lowest teams got like $10, but it's better than nothing, you know? But the cool thing is this season should be a lot shorter, and hopefully the prize pool is going to get bigger as well, given that initial $500 from Liquipedia. So huge thanks once again to them. We're going to be heading into our second series today. It's going to be DM versus NaS. Also, you know what? 1 second. I'm gonna go back. Stain on the couch? What stain on the couch? That's my cat.
What?
Yeah, he's like, what's with that stain on the couch,
man? That's the meanest thing anybody's ever said.
Wait, it could be this thing, right? That's just because the chair is super old and I haven't replaced it. The leather, like the fake leather has come off of it. So this is what the inside of all your desk chairs actually look like. I do need to replace that, but it's not been a super priority.
Oh, he means like you have a sheet on the couch that Lotte is laying on, and it has a pattern on it that looks like part of it is stained. Okay. But it's actually just the pattern on the sheet. Wow, I'm really glad we got to the bottom of this, guys. This is the detective work we really need. Inquiring minds want to know.
So first of all, I had the prison door behind me, and now I've got a stained couch, which I just bought like 2 months ago. So that's a little bit worrying. But regardless, we do have DM versus NaS. They actually met twice in Season 1. And NaS actually won both of their games, so it's kind of cool to see that happening. DM have got a win because I think it's taking into account the show match they did, but it's not counting towards the round, so we don't need to worry about that too much. But we'll head into the rosters as well, because that's going to be where we're going to see who's going to be playing today, Rapid.
Oh boy, I can't wait, because this is going to feature a who's who of popular cool kids from around the block. NaS is the all-American, I can't do it right. The all-American superstars, kind of like that. Jaeyoon, Dragon, Sugo, and then Eon Zerg to kind of top things off. I guess he doesn't technically count as being American, but he is from Cuba, and that's pretty close to America. So, maybe we'll give him like an honorary, tuppence of freedom, you know. On the other side, J1 Kyrie Tech, we had both of these clans last year. I think NaS probably the clear favorites here, but it's never over till it's over, Kix.
Yeah, one thing I would like to say is there was actually an inter-American tournament. The only team that entered were NaS, and they won, so they're now world champions. It's kind of like the Super Bowl, where the Americans win and they're the world champions, but that's fine.
Excuse me, Kix, you have to say the big game because Super Bowl is copyrighted.
Oh, really? I'm sorry, the big game. Is that really a thing? Like, are people not allowed to say the Super Bowl?
It's actually crazy. If you say it on like broadcast television, they'll actually sue you. It's
Wow.
super crazy.
Okay.
Same thing with Scientology. It's absolutely ridiculous. But yes, you can also say the superb owl, which is my favorite
Super
subreddit.
Owl, yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
well, we have J1 here for DM. He's only played one game, which I don't actually think you got to see. It was against Rev in their show match. Oh, in fact, that may have been the one that you saw with me. But we don't know too much about J1. But of course, we do know a lot about Jae-yoon. Not Ma Jae-yoon, but another Jae-yoon, spelled slightly differently. He is a Korean-American caster, organizer. He's currently organizing the LA LAN along with Africa TV. That's happening, I think, next month. So if you're in the LA area, do sign up to that. Go join in. It's going to be a lot of fun. And there is a big prize pool on the line as well, thanks to Africa TV. So it's going to be worth going there.
Yeah, a Brood War LAN in America. That's just like so sick. I would try to go to that, probably along with Artosis, if I think we weren't both going to Corrupted Cup, which is 2 weeks from now. So
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, this is Jae-yoon doesn't have the greatest record overall. A lot of times because he would be playing against like actually very good players. But he has beaten Dragon, which is now his teammate. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, he beat his fellow North American comrade. Obviously, when he was last in, he was actually in media. He is one of the people Naokan has dubbed a traitor for actually leaving media. Unfortunately, media didn't really have enough players to sign up to Season 2, so Naokan, unfortunately, as well, is like, I think one of the only people left on media that hasn't found another team to play on. So I'm calling you out, Naokan. Jae-yoon's out here. He's playing some games. Come and play some as well. Even Future's looking for a team. So no excuse. And we're going to see this wonderful TVZ on a wonderful map here in New Arkanoid. It's going to be the first TVZ we see of this. You can do some really, really crazy strats on this map, can't you?
Well, yeah, you can also just like not build attacking units until 10 minutes into the game. So it's an interesting map for sure. I feel like there is merit to breaking down the buildings early on, but you do have to take out the chrysalises, the chrysali, chrysale. I think it is chris. I have no idea.
Chrysalis,
anyway, somebody
surely.
No, the plural.
Yeah, but it may just be the same, right? Chrysalis.
No, it's definitely not that. My grasp of the English language tells me it might not be that great, but
it's like you can have one sheep and multiple sheep. You don't have sheeps, so it's like one chrysalis and multiple chrysalis. But we can count the chrysalis. We can learn like the count does in Sesame Street. As we get into the game, it's game number 1, DM versus NaS, J1 versus Jae-yoon, and I just realized how similar their names are. Goddamn.
Oh wow. Oh my. Okay, we're screwed, Kicks. Yeah, so it's chrysalises or hold on, I'm gonna try this. Chrysalides.
It's chrysalides, surely. Okay.
There's no way it's chrysalides.
Okay, well, starting us off in the top left-hand position is the Red Terran, who fights for DM, who did actually watch Jae-yoon and BSL. He is commenting him. It's J1.
Okay, that's in Greek. Sorry, I'm still trying to figure out. I'm going to get to the bottom of this if it's the last thing I do, Kicks. Hey, dude, oh my god. Okay, his opponent is Jae-yoon. He's the other guy. But the most important thing is the definition of a chrysalis here, okay? I'm going to use a word you've never... A quiescent insect pupa. There you go. There's your definition. If you want to define quiescent, I think it means just like dormant. Yeah, in a period of inactivity or dormancy. All right, there we go. We're learning things today, guys. This is the most educational broadcast you'll ever see. But yeah, chrysalides, chrysalides, whatever. There's lots of them there. And you got to kill them before you mine from location. But usually players just build their bases off spawn.
Yeah, now, it's kind of crazy. I think, like, the desert tile set is supposed to be Tarsonis, when you think about the Brutal lore, but there's a lot of Protoss temples on this map, so...
Yeah, how did they get here? What's the lore on that, my dude?
Yeah, they sent a lot of
I'm
missionaries. That's what it is. Either that, or they were like the super advanced race that lived on the planet and went extinct before the Terran came along.
Okay, I can see that. I can see that. They've been around forever.
Quiescent, yeah.
No, I thought it was quiescent. Like, the accent's on the E, not the key.
I don't know how you could say it otherwise, but...
I'm not the dumb one here, okay, guys? I'm smart, I promise. That's what my mom always told me. So anyway...
maybe. Quiescent. Okay, well, we do have Jaeyun going for a gas, second hatchery going up. This is actually not that bad, because you do get that second gas quite early, so muteless is still possible. You don't really saturate your minerals super quickly at your natural, so going to be able to go for that Spire relatively quickly, use the Lings to break down the Chrysalises, or whatever we just said about 5 seconds ago, and also get a third hatchery there to get a full saturated mining base.
I'm trying to find a place that tells me where the accent's supposed to be on this. This is way more important than the actual game. But actually, yes, you're correct.
Okay, this is very strange, by the way. The command center for J1 is being built where the barracks is, or the opposite way. They should be switched, but this is going to be J1 probably playing one of his first games, because if you have the command center next to the Chrysalis, you kill them and you can land almost immediately, and B, you can actually like at least start mining. At the moment, you can't really mine from this base.
Yeah, no, I mean, that was my question. I was just like, why would you build them in those positions instead of the other way around? These things we'll never know. I actually love, like, I thought it was actually going to be pretty bad for Zerg players when they have to build their hatchery so far away. And I think it is still pretty bad. I'm still almost positive it's worse for Protoss, though, because you're never going to build two Nexi next to each other, but two hatcheries next to each other is okay.
Yeah.
And for Terrans, obviously, you can lift, so I'm pretty sure this is just absolutely terrible for Protoss.
Oh, you know what? Actually, maybe this position isn't that bad. He's kind of distance mining, but he actually has more SCVs on that base than I think you probably could have the other way, so... Maybe J1 actually knew this a lot more than me. Jaeyun's actually saving up a lot of minerals. There is going to be a hatchery going up where these two Lings are, I think, just after this. And the lair is done, and the Spire is already on the way. Oh, he's getting trolled by his own drones. There we go.
I love it. Wait, does he have 4 drones in gas? Yeah, he does.
Oh, no, he doesn't. He's fixed it.
Okay. All right. Wait.
Galaxy Brain Jaeyun.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. How does he know? How does he do it?
Okay, there's an armory coming up. There is going to be a second factory coming up here as well. This is very likely going to be a Goliath opening. That's not a bad thing at all, but you can see J1's problem here. He's floating, and that's a good 5, 6, 7 seconds that's been flying that he's not mining from that base.
Look at those poor sad SCVs. They just want to do an honest good day's work, but no. Their command center goes sky. So anyway, it's going to land, and both players are going to be able to mine from location pretty soon, so I don't think the effects of that will be far-reaching.
Yeah, now, the interesting thing as well, J1 is only now going to see where his opponent is. He did scan in the correct direction after seeing that first Overlord, but he's going to see that the Spire's done, and he's going to be able to go into... Well, he's going to be able to get his turrets up in time, which is good, but there's no second factory done yet. That's actually quite late compared to what you'd normally want. And it's going to be a little bit problematic. Muteless can do a lot of damage on this map. You're going to have to defend very, very severely. And you're not going to be able to put any counter pressure on at all going for this build.
I'm trying to figure out what the defense mechanism is. Obviously, he's going to have a few turrets up at the front. But there's actually quite a bit of coverage in the main that's not well covered.
Yeah, there's this massive chunk here that's going to be very difficult. Just to answer Eagle Eye, just while we're getting into the game, I always look to put interesting maps in the STPL map pool that do force people to play kind of different styles, to learn new ways to play the game, and they often lead to really exciting games. So it's a win-win.
No, oh my god, if he catches this Goliath, oh yeah, now he just has almost full reign of the base. Even with only 8 mutas, I say only, that's
he needs to repair this turret. If he can repair this turret, he'll be in a good spot still. He's actually got more SCVs than drones right now, so this is really good.
He is really committed. It's actually really rare that you see Mutas just stacked to try to take out turrets and Goliaths, but he is really committed to this. And I think
he's losing a lot of Mutalisks. Like,
yeah,
that was
really
insane repairing. Like, I genuinely do not agree with this move at all. Jaehyun has actually put himself at quite a disadvantage. Like, imagine if he'd flown away with his 8 Mutas, come back later with 10, or just kept his Mutas alive at all. Like, he'd be in such a good position right now.
You know, I've always wondered what would happen if players did that. They just never have, at least not as far as I've been watching. And now I finally get my answer. I'm like, no, that's not the right call. Because now the Terran player did lose a bunch of SCVs. Let's not forget that. But they're still even on workers. So, and I'm so happy I can tell that, not just by looking, but by, you know, looking at the unit counting stations. So, fantastic.
Queen's Nest is on the way. I genuinely think Guardians would be a really good choice here if he goes for Hive. I mean, Queens in general, going for Ensnare, going for Parasite, going for an Infest would be really, really sick. But the trouble is, we can already see +1 is almost done on the Armory. We've got 3 factories, sorry. My basic maths is really struggling today. We still don't have a second gas from J1. But J1's going to expand again, and he's just kind of got free reign to do whatever he wants.
I think we're going to have that problem we had last time.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, anyway, Mutas. Oh, man. Okay, so I do think it's going to be Guardian. Hive's almost halfway done. So we're going to do heavy Mutas, keep trading them out, and then Guardians, man, how do you stop Guardians when they're at the 12 o'clock location, right over the like impassable terrain?
You need
that just
A
seems
units.
Like such a good spot. Yeah, for sure. I mean, Goliaths with Charon boosters are okay, but especially once they get Carapace, it'd be good.
Not only that, it's even just difficult to get vision. Like, luckily enough, there is this barracks here, but you can see the Mutalisk flying in once again. Just look at the minimap and at how far away these Goliaths actually are. Jaehyun is really making use of the real hard mobility here for J1. And if he just keeps focusing this CC, he could go for an Infest, but I don't think it's going to happen. Nice pick off on that one Muta, though.
Yeah, that was actually really good. Sniping every single Muta is going to count, because even if you leave the Muta with low health, it just gets turned into a Guardian later on. So finishing the kills, very, very important. Now I think we are going to see a Greater Spire here any second now that the Hive is completed.
Well, 9 minutes 30 and we're just seeing link speed. That's a Neo Arcanoid for you guys. It's awesome.
Why would he trade against... I mean, he doesn't even have Carapace. This is such an anti-timing.
Yeah, the Carapace is just about to finish as well. Okay, third base is finally coming up here for J1. Jaehyun is going to have to look to expand soon. There's actually going to be... I thought it was going to be double evolution here, but it is actually a double evolution chamber and Defiler Mound coming up over here. Greater Spire on the way. Additional 2 hatcheries as well. So Jaehyun is looking to tech up, looking to get as much as possible, but losing so many Mutalisks every time he does this.
Wow. I mean, even losing... like, pull them back with 1 HP and then morph them, but no, he's actually just lost maybe, I don't know, a control group of Mutas by now. And I love all the ground upgrades. He's going into 1/1 cracklings after this with a couple of extra hatcheries added on. So major mega macro mode here from Jaehyun, but he needs to expand beyond 3 bases. Like, that's kind of the Zerg MO.
Especially when you're losing so many Mutalisks as well. Like, you're running in, you're trading. Well, you're not even really trading. He's just kind of killing maybe 1 turret and losing like 3 or 4 Mutalisks at a time. But luckily enough, he's going to be able to deny this base, at least from mining for a few seconds, so that's important. Going to fly in and lose another Mutalisk. Jaehyun not making the best decisions here.
I mean, it's not like he's not getting some value.
Oh, Ultras.
Yeah, this is really interesting for me. So I was looking at the gas bank, right? And obviously it's not like he's bad at macro, because you save up for like big rounds of Mutas or whatever. But I was like, wait a second, he's already got a ton of Mutas, and he's not building any more. So yeah, it's for Ultras. He's getting Ultras, 1/1 with the crack
and drops
upgrade,
on the way.
and yeah, he's got Defilers and drops. So is there anything Jaeyoon doesn't have right now?
Well, one thing he doesn't have is, like, a way around the middle of the map. Like, what I would do as Jaeyoon right now, obviously, I'm nowhere near as good as he is at playing. Guardians are on the way, morphing over here on the 7 o'clock position. But if he breaks through the temples by his 3rd base, he can at least get a 4th base that he can defend later on, because at the moment he's not going to be able to do that. But the interesting thing is, he's morphing his Guardians at a base where J1 has already been building turrets to try and defend against this.
Yeah.
It would be much better to get them at 12.
Well, I mean, to be honest, he has a ton of turrets there too. It's just harder to.
Well, they're further away from the cliffs, so they're not going to be able to attack the Guardians before they can kill them. But I mean, the Guardians are going to look to push in. There is science vessels now as well. Irradiate and Eraser especially is best against clumped up Guardians, but we can already see that Jaeyoon is trying to deal with that by just avoiding them. Now, there is going to be a big drop coming in at the same time, going to use the Guardians to pull all of the units away from the 2nd base and take them to the 3rd. So let's see how much damage this drop is going to do, because speed is done on the Overlords as well. And he is going to look to take a 4th base too. Here comes the Guardians.
Yeah, and the Guardians are going to be distracting. Obviously, Guardians getting hit by turrets. Wait, all the Guardians are dying to turrets kicks. That's not supposed to happen.
This is what I said. Doing it the wrong way around, but here comes the drop into the main orbit. 2 of the Guardians have gone down. Oh my god, a full Overlord goes down. Jaeyoon's not dropping his units.
So he has about 5 cracklings that got out of the Overlord. And that's it.
Yeah, and there's an Eraser on top of the Dark Swarm. There's actually a Firebat in that bunker as well that kills everything. Jaeyoon making so many uncharacteristic mistakes here for him.
Wow. You hate to see him do it to him, but that's like somehow the way that the cookie crumbles,
and
I guess.
all the Guardians died as well.
Yes,
every single one.
To turrets mostly.
Okay, so the 4th base is coming up down here, but if we see dropships coming in for J1, like, you can't defend that base as Jaeyoon. I guess when you can get the what's it called? The Nidus Canal up. But he doesn't have one built just yet, so what you absolutely have to do right now is, as Zerg, is just expand to every base on the map, because you're not going to get pushed by ground. Your Terran opponent spent $5 bazillion, $5 gorillion on building turrets. He's also going to spend that much money again to rebuild them all. So just take every base on the map. If you're going to have crazy bad trades Vessels.
like that.
Vessels are going to see out the big drop again.
Oh my god. Oh no. Not like this.
Yeah, he needs to drop the Lings, but he's dropping them while the Overlord isn't moving, so the Lings are dying to the Eraser.
Suck it, Lings. Anyway, they are going to break through the middle of the map. This is completely correct. This is exactly what I was saying.
But where's this drop going to go? Everywhere is super well defended. Like, he's just going to be flying into Goliaths and turrets again.
I wish that he would not drop aggressively. He would just, like, drop drones at all of the bases and kill them with the cracklings and the Overlord.
I mean, Jaeyoon's taken the bottom left as well, so let's not get it twisted. Jaeyoon is still in a relatively good position.
Did you just say, let's not get it twisted?
Yeah,
Kicks?
I stole it from you, man.
Like,
that's
like the least British saying in the world. Oh my god, I'm pretty sure
that's
like...
Rapid 101.
Wow. That's like jive as shit. Well, okay, Kicks.
Okay, well, this drop is going to come in, but we can already see there's a huge amount of Goliaths ready for this. And this is going to be another load of dead Overlords. This is a lot of Ultras, though. And there's nothing but Goliaths. There's nothing that can attack under the swarm.
Yeah, I mean, he could Eraser again, but he gets Scourged on both his vessels. No! Not like that!
He's got another 2, but still. Okay, luckily enough, he killed the Defiler. If this Defiler was still here, then this drop could have been much worse. But he does a good job defending again.
There's an Ultra glitched in the mineral line.
Yeah, that's sad.
Yeah, it is sad. They didn't have chitinous plating either, so that's obviously a big upgrade to get for them.
Yeah, now there is more Scourge going in, trying to find their way towards these vessels, maybe trying to catch them before they come for an Eraser trick. J1, like, Jaeyoon, even though he's thrown away so many units throughout this entire game, how is J1 going to expand again? I don't think he can. Like, where are you going to go to? Both bases are going to have a Nidus Canal with Zerg units in them. Like, you can't break those.
Feel me here, Kicks, okay? Like, you know the 9 o'clock base for Terran, right? There's this route that has no vision right above it, in that little, like, corral kind of thing with all the destroyed vultures. You fly a Drop Overlord with a Defiler straight through there, no turrets, no vision, and you drop it right on top and you plague the depots.
Oh man, that's so good.
Would that not be insane? Holy.
Yeah, especially, I mean, J1's got a relatively good mineral bank, but now we're going to see the problem of J-Yun throwing away so many units, because how many units? Oh my god, there's another big drop coming in. But there's a big army coming through the middle of the map. Like, I know people say if it doesn't work first time, try and try again, but honestly, like, J-Yun, this is dangerous. Like, these units are going to be heading straight towards your main. Oh, but wait.
Where's the Dark Swarm?
The units are out in the middle of the map. How are they going to get back to defend this? I think he's just going to go all in.
I mean, I guess so. Look at that triple Dark Swarm. All the way across
quadruple Dark Swarm. Oh my god, there's barely any units back at home, though. This is going to be dangerous. There's not that many tanks, though.
So there's 4 Ultras. They do have chitinous now, but...
the tanks are going down.
Yeah, he actually killed the tanks.
And where's the swarm?
Left alone. Nice swarm. Where's the plague, my dude? That's what we need here. Imagine a plague on that clump of units. But I mean, Dark Swarm is pretty good too.
Yeah, J-Yun's done it, I think. At least he's breaking this army. I mean, there's a big bang for both players still, but how is J1 going to respond to this?
J-Yun is like the Chicken Little of StarCraft.
Oh my god,
it doesn't matter.
He just consumed a Defiler.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, wait a second, that's like not something you're allowed to show on air.
Yeah, that was not safe for Zergs. Like, look away. Okay, the units of J1 have cleaned. Oh my god, the tank shot on the two Ultras at the perfect time there.
Damn, okay, that is definitely not safe for Zerg right there. I've never actually seen 2 Ultras pop from a tank shot before, so. Anyway, that's insane. He takes out the base. I mean, it's...
This Defiler's still alive. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's dead now. Okay.
Not anymore. Thanks, Kix. You just killed a thing.
I killed the hype with the Caster Curse. Now, J1, until he lost that army, was in a really, really good position. But look at this. There's another big drop coming in from J-Yun, going into this third base. J1's going to be knocked down to pretty much a single mining base off the back of this. And there's still nothing really that can deal with Swarm. There's no vultures, there's no mines. The vessels keep getting scourged. What can he do?
I mean, I don't think there's I think you can retake your natural with just Goliath, like pure Goliath.
Yeah.
But I think the bigger thing is, like, where do you go next? Like, I mean, that base is almost mined out. Your other base is pretty healthy, but
look at the bases for J-Yun.
Well.
Like, he's got both other mains. He's taking another base with gas at it. There was just an Overlord drop loaded up with pretty much nothing but Ultras in. Like, this is how powerful J-Yun's economy is right now. Yeah, he's lost a ton of Overlords over and over again, but he can just keep making them again, look, more.
Yeah, no, this is exactly what I said J-Yun needed to do. If you are going to keep up the pressure like this, you have to keep expanding behind it. And he did. And granted, he's not doing a great job, like, putting his workers mining. Now he's going to get them all mining.
Oh my god.
But this is where...
I was going to say J1 scanned the middle of the map, but the scan did not catch the Overlords.
Oh, the tragedy.
Oh, and he's actually just going to run units through the middle now as well.
I think he's going to take that route that I told you about earlier, but actually no, he's going to fly straight into the turret. Yeah, Irradiate comes down. There's lots of units inside these juicy Overlords. Where's the Defiler? Did the Defiler die? No, it does get out. There's the Dark Swarm.
There's a lot of fire bats in this bunker, though.
Yeah, I think you kind of saw the writing on the wall with that one. But the Dark Swarms come down. The fire bats are dead. The base is lifted. I think the American hero, J-Yun, gonna do it.
Yeah, this is kind of crazy, but J-Yun is still going to be up against a relatively big mech force. It does have 2-1. 3-2 is on the way. So if J1 can tell enough, maybe we'll get something else here, but there's just so many units that have gone down for J1. J-Yun has the entire rest of the map. And on a map that's supposed to be Terran favored, Jaeyoon has made this, like, even after losing so many units, just makes it look Zerg favored.
He does, actually. I mean, obviously, this is a very strange build and style that Jaeyoon is playing, because I've just never seen a player commit to so many aggressive drops, or even that Muta play early. But I think it's going to pay off. There's no mining for J1.
Yeah, that's crazy. Jaeyoon sending just cracklings through now. They've actually got 3-2 upgrades already. He's out-upgraded the Terran player, which is something you don't often see. There's going to be another base coming down here for Jaeyoon. The third base of J1 still isn't landed. There is a couple of vessels that oh my god. Oh no, okay, the Ultra actually luckily died before. Oh, this one hasn't. Oh, the Eraser ran out. Oh, and a Scourge goes down to the Vessel as well. Vessel goes down to the Scourge even. Yeah, this is it. J1 is trying to stay in the game, but unfortunately, he just can't deal with the economy. He can't deal with the unit flood from Jaeyoon at all.
I mean, Jaeyoon is taking every map, or every base in the game, so... I mean, with the exception of one. So, this is eventually just going to be the end of J1. He's going to try to, like, get this 9 o'clock base up and mining again, but just look at this fleet of Scourge. Oh, imagine looking up and that's what you see. Oof.
Oh my god, and if he lifts the command center, he can just kill the command center with Scourge at this point. I need a queen! Don't kill the CC, go and get a queen, come back! Oh, and all the Scourge are going down. I mean, at least J1 saves that base, but for how long?
Barely.
Like, I just want to point out once again, like, we're 23 minutes into the game now, and remember how many of Jaeyoon's things just went horrifically wrong? And he's still managing to do this. Like, it's crazy. J1 is completely broke. Main is mined out. Natural is mined out. Third base is everything he has. Now, there's Guardians morphing in the middle of the map as well. This has just gotta be it. Now, there's actually a scan. Oh, okay, I thought that was a scan, but it was actually just the Guardian's vision. But yeah, it's just crazy. And J1's scanning everywhere, like, where the hell is your army? I don't even think he knows. Yeah, he doesn't know about the bottom left either.
No, he actually has no idea. Let me check his vision. Yeah, he actually has no idea that most of the other maps, or bases on the map are taken as well. So, yeah. Jaeyoon versus J1, the battle of the... I like to think of J1 as exactly like Jaeyoon's evil twin. Like he has a mustache or like a goatee, you know?
Yeah. Okay, well the Guardians got cleaned up pretty well. I mean, Jaeyoon did manage to break his way through an empty base, but it's going to be all about this push into the middle of the map. So let's see what can happen. Is there enough Goliaths to deal with the Guardians anymore? I think there might be. Yeah, there is.
I mean, Jaeyoon is never going to be known as a Guardian god, for sure.
Yeah.
But it is still really interesting to see how he is approaching winning this game. I mean, we all know killing Terran players is hard, guys. So, you know, we're not getting on his case or anything. But just trying to say that if he had, say, maybe 2 less bases, this would be close.
Yeah, even then, I don't think it would be because...
No,
J1's only on 1 base. Oh, okay, you're memeing. Well,
because it's taking him 1 billion resources to kill like 2 resources. So not a good ratio. Sometimes it's not the ratio that matters, you know? It's the power of your heart.
Okay, and I mean, Jaeyoon is now breaking through all of the other buildings on the map because he's fed up of his lings getting stuck, and he's just going to go all in with everything he has straight on that third base. There's going to be absolutely nothing that J1's going to be able to do. The Lings are even going to run through this army, I think. And that just shows the power of Cracklings. 3-3 upgraded Cracklings, by the way. Against 3-1.
I'm just like... So I'm trying to put myself in the mind of J1. Okay, there we go. That's in the mind of J1. I was like, where's your comeback chance from here, my dude? Like, why are we still doing that? I don't know. But yeah, the game is over.
Yep,
the game has been over for quite a while. So congratulations, guys. We're all on the same page now. What a game, Jaeyoon. I've never seen that style before, except for maybe, I guess, him one other time. But this map is weird. And I love that we're starting to see weird, crazy, cool stuff. And that's crazy and cool with K's instead of C's because it's just that crazy and cool.
Yeah, I mean, one thing just to close out that game, thinking about how Jaeyoon usually plays, I would always put him as a better late game player. So if you want an example of that from Jaeyoon's style, watch that game, because his early game and mid game there was just I honestly don't know what he was thinking at some parts of that, but at the end of the day, he came back, he did a great job, and he won the game. So that's all that can be said. That's obviously going to put the first win for NaS on the board. That's going to take us to game number 2 when we get back after this short break. See you guys very soon. Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation. Well, I was playing an EGM fight night, and it just so happens in round 1 I played up against Terra. I've always said that I have bad micro, but this was on another level. StarCraft released 20 years. Ah! Okay guys, welcome back to the STPL. We're here with NaS versus DM. Jaeyoon just took game number 1 to take us here to our second game, putting NaS up 1-0. And we're going to have another couple of really cool players coming up next.
Yeah, that's right. I think basically every player from NaS has had some level of success in the previous seasons of STPL,
Yep.
and even NaS as a team, like DM's always been like kind of struggling, and there's moments of brilliance where they kind of pull themselves back up by their bootstraps. But in general, NaS has put up some pretty good performances. They've got great players like Jaeyoon, who's already put 1 win on the board. So now let's head into game number 2.
Yeah, so Kiri, he's got a 60% win ratio, one of the better players on DM. Obviously, he's not got too many games to his name, but he did beat Medinho in a TVT. It may have been a PVT actually on Icarus, and Medinho was the player who beat both Spire and Bjol. Obviously, Bjol qualifying for the ASL and everything, so really, really solid win against him. And his opponent gonna be the more, I guess this is more the fan favorite player in this game. I think NaS is kind of a team of fan favorites these days. Like, they've got Terra, Eonzerg, Dragon. Dragon, of course, the captain of NaS, standing here. He has had an incredible first season. He's 9 in the overall rankings, one of the 2 NaS players in the top 10, and just overall a really good Protoss player from North America.
Yeah, I would completely agree. NaS, or Dragon rather, he has been top 8 BSL a couple times at least, which is huge achievement just globally. And now he's come back. He's the captain of NaS for a reason. Can't wait to watch this guy play. He's so good.
Yeah, we're going to be heading on to Carthage 3, the second of our maps here today. It's going to be a 2-player map. We've seen it before, so we won't go into it too much. But in TVP, this map has some pretty interesting mechanics in the fact that it's a little bit harder for Terran to actually move out and take their third base. It's a little bit further away, but you do have 2 options. If you want to play more aggressive, you can go towards the mineral only, of course, in the middle of the map, and you do have the temples early on, which make it a little bit more difficult to play super aggressive for the Protoss player. So looking forward to seeing how this is going to go as we get into game number 2. Okay, starting us off here in the top left-hand position, we do have the brown Terran camouflaging in the map. It's DM Kiri. Or Kyrie. Not sure.
Yeah, I always say Kyrie. And his opponent in the yellow, top 4 of BSL 6, is Dragon, the Canadian, North American superstar, legendary player, sometimes race picker. But here he is playing Protoss versus Terran.
Yep, now one thing I'd like to note about the way Dragon plays, and kind of the way I expect him to sort of play out his games in STPL, Dragon is always kind of the player that goes for the longer game. Like, we've seen it in his EVP, obviously he does race pick Zerg against Protoss, and we've seen it in his PVT and PVT as well. Like, he oftentimes will not really play too aggressive. Maybe he'll go for Reavers. I don't think I've ever seen him play DTs, at least in the STPL. And he just aims to just go for the late game, because that's kind of like Jaeyun as well, his major strong point.
Oh, that was the end of the sentence. Yeah, I would actually agree. I don't know exactly how to characterize Kyrie in comparison, because I've just seen him play a lot less. But I would say, once again, NaS not only is a team are favored, but they're favored because of players like Dragon, because of reasons like that. So
Kiri is going for a 14cc. He did scout the obvious location for a proxy gateway, and he's like, no, I don't need this. And you know what? It's a perfect decision. He's up against the 12 next.
Are we just going to not see any attacking units this game? This is actually really sick. Both players going for about the greediest opener that they can do. Question in chat, what's a 14cc? I always worry about this when we say these terms. Like, you know, I used to, when I first started playing Brood War, like, my friend beat me up at Brood War, and I Googled how to get good at Brood War, which, you know, so funny. But the idea is that you describe builds based on the first major buildings that you build.
Yeah.
So a 12 Nexus is a Nexus built on 12 supply. A CC stands for Command Center, and a 14cc is a Command Center built on 14 supply, and that is basically the fastest way that you can build or the best economic build that you can do. Fastest way that you can build another Command Center. Yeah,
the best way you can look at it as well is a 12 Nex means it's a Nexus first, and a 14cc means it's a Command Center first. So effectively both players are foregoing any aggressive units or even defensive units in this case, to just get their economy up as quickly as they possibly can.
But Kix, it's not a Nexus first. He built a pylon first. Like, okay, my dude. All right, you won this time. Well, I'll get you next time.
Oh, Dragon with the Devil Probe over here. He's been learning. He's been watching a lot of Bisu stream.
Yeah.
Picking it up.
Oh, is he gonna? Oh, okay, he's not gonna get it, but it was close.
He's going for it.
HP.
Wait,
where
is
it? Oh my god. It's in the middle line.
Oh yeah, there we go. He actually hit it. Oh, the probe goes down. Okay, the Devil Probe, unfortunately.
Damn.
Oh, a mana supply depot. You don't see this very often.
What? What is that? What is that?
Whoops, I just nearly knocked my microphone over.
He actually built like 90% of that depot too. How did you let that happen?
And it's only blocking one patch, unfortunately, so...
Yeah, I was gonna say, not only is it bad, but like, I mean, you get an E for effort, that's for sure.
I don't necessarily think it's bad. I mean, when you go for CC first, you do have a lot of excess minerals. It's going to be a while before you can get your factories up, so it's just trying to delay a little bit of mining, but you can already see the first zealots out. I guess another side benefit of this, maybe not intended as such, is it forces the Protoss units to not come to your base. And when you've gone for a 14 CC, that's a good thing for you. But does he get the cancel? Is he going to remember the cancel? Yes, he does. Okay.
Yeah, so he cancels it, mining resumes. Oddly enough, mining does not resume from that patch, so it's kind of like
a proxy starport. There's going to be a drop.
But I love it. Yeah, this is actually really cool, and I don't think this should be scouted. There's like no reason to go to that base, at least for a while. So
yep, until there's an ops out.
This immediately. Oh yeah, actually, I guess that would scout it, but that obviously won't be in time.
Yeah, and this zealot.
No. Wait, I think he's going. Is he going?
No. The zealot just got caught up on the middle of the map. He forgot about the pathing, but we've got Dragon going for a third base down here, so he is playing super greedy. I mean, there is 2 gateways, of course. There's a Robo coming up, but going for 3 Nexus before you've even got an Obs is very risky. I mean, it's kind of lucky in a way that, well, it's not lucky, it's planned, because if he knew there was going to be earlier Vultures, he wouldn't be doing this, but... yeah, Dragon's in a really, really good spot right now. There's not really going to be too much that Kiri can do to actually deal with this.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking about what are the options. The only thing I'm thinking about is, like, obviously, if you're going for this super, weird strat, then you have to just, like, not die. And there is a bunker with Marines in it. There's nothing else. There's, like, a Vulture. But if you really wanted to run by... you could.
And he's going speed first. Like, when you're going for a drop like this, I don't really think speed first is the best way of doing it. But wow, he actually gets another SCV into the base, so he knows exactly what's going on. He'll see that there's no tech, and he'll see, more importantly, where it's actually safe to drop.
Yeah, and that...
the Vultures get out. I guess that's one benefit of the speed. You can actually get out of your base. Oh, nice.
Oh, and he picks up the Zealot, too. Damn. All right. But yeah, the Vulture's getting out. That might not seem like a bad thing, but he is going to get them into the base via this dropship. Oh, this is so sick. I haven't seen something like this in a long time.
Well,
this is going to be so awesome to watch.
This is pretty cool, but just imagine if he had mines as well. Like, it suddenly becomes so much harder because the Obs has to stay back. But this is already 3 dead probes, 4, 5, 6. He's doing so much damage already. It's crazy.
Yeah, but the only problem is that there's a way to, to close this out, or to stop this damage from happening.
Yeah, Dragon's not able to do it. He's gonna get, that's 9 probes, 10 probes, 11 probes, 12 probes, 13.
Imagine if he had mines here. If he had mines here, he just wins the game.
Yeah, that would be crazy if he had mines, but then if he had mines, he wouldn't have had the speed to get his Vultures over to where the dropship was. So there is kind of a counterpoint to both. Obviously, he still killed 13 probes. Maybe if it had stopped to build mines, or at least stopped to get mines, it wouldn't have done so much damage. So great work by Kiri. That's going to definitely set Dragon back a bit. And you can already see Dragon, who had a lot of pressure going on at the front, suddenly has no units on Kiri's side of the map.
Yeah, and killing so many workers. Like, to use your phrase, Kicks, let's not get it twisted. That still did an incredible amount of damage. And more than that, it pulled Protoss all the way back home. So now there's no pressure. on Kyrie at all. He just gets to kind of chill, and his opponent basically, like you said, has no units, which is obviously hyperbole, but the comparison is that Kyrie can do whatever he wants and doesn't have to worry about much.
Now, the crazy thing is I didn't see it happen, but Kyrie unfortunately lost his dropship. He could have flown that away and that would have been much better. But looks like he's going to throw away a couple of vultures here, trying to find some damage. But there is finally some mines here. But there is an obs out as well, so... Oh, third base is going to be spotted by the obs. Look at that.
Yeah, perfectly done. And that is going to not only tell you that, okay, the Terran player is looking to like expand, he's not trying to like, follow that up with anything. But also, I think it tells you, as a Protoss player, that you might have a little bit more time on your side too. So obviously, Protoss always wants to be up on a base, so it's going to tell him, all right, it's about time to move on and take another one.
Okay, now one big problem that Dragon actually has now is I'm sure the dropship must have died because I can't find it anywhere, and he's actually building cannons in every single mineral line. That's 3 additional gateways you could have at this point, and you're not going to have them. And Kiri, he's pushing out, he's taking a third base, and Dragon can't really do anything to stop it.
Yeah, but in theory, if this game is like other games, and I guess it's not really, but there should be a push coming pretty soon, especially to prevent like a Protoss 4th, or even like kill the 3rd, which is kind of the goal, right? I'm just kind of wondering how are you gonna do that as Kyrie? Like, you just built a base and like have to get this up and running.
Yeah, it's gonna be difficult. Like, he definitely can't push. I mean, he's adding on a good number of factories, but this is kind of the standard for having 3 bases. Looking for the armories actually. He does have 1 +1 attack, I think, is done. This must be +2. Yeah, so he's keeping up with his upgrades. There should be a second armory on the way as well. That's coming in the natural. And now Dragon is looking to be a little bit more brazen with his units here, pushing into the middle, cleared up all the mines. But could this be a situation where we see yet another Protoss player actually push beyond their needs, or means even?
I think definitely so. He doesn't have Zealots. I mean, he has Zealots in the shuttle, but he's only going to have Dragoons to take out the initial mines. And, I guess there aren't actually the deep mines. Here comes the Bulldog dropping on top of those low ground tanks. There are tanks on the high ground that are sieged, but Bulldogging right on top of them as well. The Zealot bombs work almost perfectly, and there's still quite a few goons coming through. The macro is actually pretty insane here. Dragon takes out everything on the low ground, and now he's going to avoid the 3rd and head straight for the natural, where there's only 2 tanks sieged.
Yeah, he is going to be... Oh, can he actually... No, he's not going to be able to land the bunker. This is going to be 2 dead tanks. Good SCV blocking, but is it going to be enough? There is a good amount of production, but Kiri's taking so much damage.
He's not microing his goons either. His Dragoons are just dying to SCVs, which is obviously not ideal.
Yeah.
The Vultures are going to come back. The tanks are trying to move down, but they get stuck on the wall. The Dragoon's actually going to run down and snipe one. They're going to get both. Dragon is killing it.
He is. This is so much damage for Kiri to be taking, but let's not forget, Dragon has just used his entire army to do this. The 3rd base isn't denied. Yeah, the tank count's been reset, but this is a map you can really easily turtle on as Terran. But you can already see 4 additional Dragoons coming into the fray now. And let's see how much damage they can do. The SCVs are going to try and block them on the ramp for as long as possible.
Yeah, so Dragon's only on 6 gates right now. I thought he would be way higher in gate count, but he's not. And one of the reasons he's not is because he's going
cannons.
to Stargate carriers.
Aha, yeah, and also... Okay, yeah, 2 Stargate carriers. The first carriers are about to pop up. Interceptor upgrade is on the way, and this is obviously going to be very bad for Kiri. He's not repairing the bunker. The bunker goes down.
Oh,
but the mines!
Tragic. No, not like this. Okay, that wasn't as bad. Oh, no! He has an observer. He has 2 observers right overhead, and he still loses all of his Dragoons to mine. So this is where you pull back and you stop fighting him so you can get your carriers out, because you're gonna lose a lot.
Oh my god. Yeah, this is so many Dragoons that have gone down, and the problem is, when you're going carriers, yes, carriers are a good skill to have, but you need ground forces backing them up, at least at the early stages.
You also need a 4th base.
Not necessarily. The fourth base isn't super important when you're going carriers.
Well,
Like, it's a little bit more
I
all
can
in, obviously, but...
Yeah, I can see how you would say that, but like the fourth base is so you can build other units too.
Yeah.
Like right now he's gonna have a few dragoons, but the army count, like he just did a lot of damage, but now he only has dragoons left.
Yeah, and we do have +2 attack is done for the Terran.
Is he really attacking with 2 carriers?
I mean, there's no anti-air, but I guess this
but like,
at least tells Kiri, hey, you need anti-air now.
Yeah, well, I mean, he was already researching Charon boosters, so he kind of figured it out. But the point is that 2 carriers doesn't do anything. Like, oh no, like 2 carriers can't win you the game faster than they can lose you the game.
Oh, and the Goliaths could actually get on top of the carriers here. Charon boosters isn't done, but there's not enough dragoons backing these up just yet.
Ooh, well, I mean, the 2 little carriers that could, they're gonna try to take out or at least harass this, northern or upper right base. I don't know.
We need a repair.
Really... He does, in fact, yes, need to repair that. That would be good. He does not, in fact, repair any of that. But the Goliaths are able to push it away even without those Charon boosters.
Yeah, but if they had the Charon boosters there, that would have been a lot more damage going down onto the actual carriers. So you can already see Dragon's army is starting to suffer, but Kiri is really far behind. Like, I can't really understate this, I guess, because it's kind of hard to, but like Kiri, yes, he has his upgrades, yes, he's got a decent number of factories. When these when this carrier count starts to increase, the 3rd and 4th carrier have just finished, I believe. In fact, one of them is really kind of off key with the other one. It's going to get more and more difficult, but a nice vulture run by on those probes.
Yeah, okay, all right. I mean, the vultures have been really getting it done for Kyrie this game, but I don't know if that's going to be the solution. This is such a weird game. I think Dragon still got this in the bag. But anytime, I keep saying this, anytime I watch a PvT and the Terran player's not dead, there's a chance.
Yep, that is definitely one of your go-to sort of catchphrases, I think. And you know what? It makes perfect sense because Kiri, he's already building up his supply. He's got a big army now, and it's got 2-1 upgrade, or at least 2-0. I don't think +1 up. Oh my god, the shuttle goes down as well.
Yeah, that's obviously not.
Oh, and he's targeting the carriers. He gets one of the carriers.
One carrier going to go down. Both of the other carriers are full health and shields, so they'll still be pretty healthy. And now as a couple of zealots come in, that'll really help take out these tanks in the low ground. And even though Kyrie did have a pretty strong army before, he doesn't anymore. And now there's not as much to deal with carriers. Yeah,
but the carrier count is still lower. I guess it's the same as it just was. It's only 3. But Dragon isn't able to get that critical mass of carriers yet. This run by into the main, where if you had 8 carriers, suddenly all those factories die, he can defend against this with these reinforcements. So if he can carry on to hold on, we could still see this game go on a little bit longer. It's going to be hard to kill Kiri.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's going to be as hard to kill him as it was when Jae-yoon was trying to kill J1 in the first game. But yeah. I mean, carriers are going to make that obviously a lot easier. They're going to have +1, and he's going to have 5 of them in just a second. So that will help. He's also double expanding, so he's got 5 bases, which will help as well. And as long as he can keep this army count down and maybe limit the Goliaths, he'll be okay. But I think he's still going to lose more carriers.
Yeah, the carriers are going down to the Goliaths on the side. The Dragoons are going down to the tanks in the middle. Another carrier's going to go down.
Oh no, he's now on 1.5 carriers because the second carrier doesn't have any interceptors.
But there's no ground army anymore for Kiri. Everything is dying.
Yeah, he did lose all of his Goliaths, but
but the carrier.
Oh no, if he picks off this other carrier, oh my god, he's gonna lose another carrier. Holy, he's lost like 4 or 5 carriers by now.
Oh, and the observers are going down as well now to these turrets. I mean, Kiri's gonna lose his 3rd base, but these units don't have a way out. If he can trap them in with the tanks and vultures, that's going to be good for Kiri. This is Dragon's pretty much entire ground army right now. The carriers are gone.
This is so crazy, Kix. What? What? Is this how we play StarCraft? I don't know, Kix.
I mean, this is NA StarCraft Rapid. We're about to have the next NA SSL, so we're going to see more of this as well. And I mean, Dragon just unfortunately is carrier micro this game. It's not been the best. I mean, this isn't the best map for carriers just because of the way the ground is laid out. Like, the Goliaths have always been in a position where they could do the damage, and you can see Kiri's defended his third base. He's not lost his third, and he's killed all of Dragon's ground army. I mean, the fourth base is not gonna fare too well in the middle here, but the main thing is for Dragon, he's just got 6 bases now, so that's his only redeeming feature right now in terms of numbers.
I mean, the natural and third are both pretty healthy. Natural's, you know, not incredible, but as long as he can figure out a way to not die to these carriers, and he's done such a good job picking them off before. But I think finally they're going to start to deal critical damage, and he's eventually, just going to run out of money.
Okay, Vulture's coming in. There's so many cannons at this base, though. Kiri needs to go somewhere else with those. Yep, so he's going to try and go down here, but there's 3 cannons at this base as well. The carrier, oh my god, the carriers are actually in a bad position again. He's going to lose another carrier.
What? How do you, what? How
Kiri. Kiri is the carrier killer, man. Like, he needs to go to jail for this.
I think the first thing we need to say is it's harder than it looks to control carriers like that.
Yeah.
It's easy to watch it and say, he shouldn't lose a carrier there. But at that point, you're the worst human on the planet because, like, come on, dude. Like, do it yourself. Why aren't you playing? Come on. But there is, you know, it's a fair critique, right?
Yeah. It's careless, if we were to use White Clan member's name.
Or carrierless, as it were. But,
yeah.
You know, the idea is that it would be better if they were alive and worse if they were dead.
Like, so, if you think about how many carriers have actually died this game, I'm trying to recollect how many there's actually been. I think Dragon would be on about 10 carriers now, maybe 12. Like, he's lost so many, and this game wouldn't still be going if he had 10 carriers right now. That's the major thing. I mean, it's still barely going for Kiri. Like, Kiri is really, really far behind. Like, it's impossible to not say that, but he would be dead by this point.
All right, time for round number 2. This is still, or I guess we're on like round 3 or 4 or 5 or whatever. No Storm, but mostly Dragoon army, which is just not going to cut it against massive tank lines. Even the Goliaths are now pretty heavily upgraded with 3-1. So the Dragoons are just going to pop.
They are. Now, we actually only have +1 attack on the carriers. He never went for +2 for some reason. I don't even know where his... Yeah, he's not even getting +2. So as these carriers like lose their... Well, they don't lose upgrades as such, but as the Goliaths become better upgraded, things are just going to get worse and worse for Dragon here, because 3-2 mech, which he's about to get, well, I say he's about to get, is a little bit of a ways off. If he can still split this map, he still has a chance of winning this game.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, I never count out a Terran. Especially like the carrier count, sniping all those carriers, literally the only thing keeping Kyrie in this game.
Yeah.
But he was so good at that now he is in this position. And if this Terran player is allowed to take this 4th base, even if it's a mineral only, that's still really going to keep him alive for a lot longer. Disproportionately longer.
There's still half the gas in the 3rd base. I mean, he is depleted on his other 2 gases now. That's going to be a big boon. But if you secure this location, you can take a 5th base, and you can get another gas relatively easily. We can see Dragon is going to try and come in again. The Storm is going to be the major component to this army now. There's a good number of High Templar, and the carrier count is a lot higher. Let's see what he can do with this. But the carriers are under fire again. Another carrier is going to go down.
Oh my god, he's going to get it. Yeah. So, once again, carriers not the longest lifespan here for Dragon. His ground army also being dwindled. Now let's see how good these storms are going to be. They're being taken. The High Templar are being targeted as well. Yeah, one storm is actually very good. Another very good storm. Some very good storms here on the low ground, targeting the Goliaths. But the tanks are still very, very healthy. Zealots running in on the top side, but so many dead Dragoons.
Yeah,
in the end, though, it is still going to be a dead base up in the upper right.
Yeah, and when this gas goes down, that's going to be a massive problem. But once again, the carriers, there's only 4 of them. Oh my god, the Goliaths kill another carrier. The tanks getting on top of the Dragoons. A good storm. He's doing everything he can to save this gas, but unfortunately that base is going to go down.
Yeah, and even though his other base is running, there isn't a gas there, so his Goliaths are going to be a little bit slower to come out. He's still producing Goliaths like 10 at a time.
He's
so,
got a lot of gas in his bank. That's one lucky thing. He needs to build a few more turrets as well in the middle. But even then, the carrier count is so low. Like, he doesn't even need that many Goliaths anymore. It's just crazy how well Kiri has done to kill this many carriers throughout this game. Now, Dragon is trying to take a 7th base. His 3rd base is fully mined out. The gas should be gone as well. I'm having trouble clicking it, but there we go. Oh, it's nearly gone. So Dragon is kind of running on empty. He's been spending a lot of money and not so much throwing a lot away, but trading a lot of money away. And that's been kind of his game plan here. He needs to try and starve out not J1, Kiri.
Yeah, I think he will definitely be able to do that. Even though he's pulled back, he's basically just saying, well, Kiri, you know, you can retake that base if you want.
Oh, and he's going through the middle. There's no defense here. Well, okay, there's 2 tanks. That's not going to be enough against this whole army. You can already see Kiri is pulling everything back here. He needs to defend this base.
Yep, got an obs leading the way as well, although it will die.
5 Templar with Storm.
Yeah, I'm waiting to see how good are these Goliaths. He's going to go for another carrier snipe, another Storm, but it's not that great. Takes out one of these leading tanks. The Goliaths are not able to get on the carriers. They're being kept way, way, way back. And
yeah, I think Dragon's done it.
Yeah,
this is it. Carriers carriers on the back Goliaths. There's still barely any gas mining in the way for Kiri, and all of the tanks are dead. The carriers did their job. All of a sudden, there is a million Archons spawning next to you, and a ton of Dragoons on your only mining base. Like, unfortunately, Kiri fought very valiantly here, but Dragon at the end of it all did come out on top.
Yeah, that's gonna do it. GG. Kyrie taps out, and Dragon takes game number 2 for NaS.
It's kind of funny how in both of those games, like Jayuns and Dragons, like, thinking about it, both of them built their capital ships, so Guardians and Carriers. Both of them lost a ton of them and won the game. Would you count that as a curse? Because I was going to say, is this like the NaS curse or something? But I don't know if you could count it as a curse, right?
I don't know, my dude. I think it's players having a good idea, like they've figured it out how to beat their opponent in the brain, but the execution of that is obviously takes a little bit more, finesse. Especially with these big, slow, stupid capital ships like you were talking about.
Yep.
It's kind of rough to control them, and they're so slow that if they're just a little bit out of position, then they can't really save themselves. So a little bit of a struggle in the last couple of games for these like big game-ending capital ship kind of ideas, but they get the job done in the end. The better player wins, and I think that's the goal. So
yep.
Both games, their opponents kind of stayed in the game, maybe a little bit too long, but justice prevails.
Okay, well, we're going to go for a very quick break, and we'll see you guys in just a second with a PvP between Tech and Sugo.
Outstanding. Rock and roll.
STPL does. Bio TVP. Wow! You got it. STPL does. Mass Scouts? No problem. Broadcast 3 nights a week on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 2100 CEST. Fantastic casting, fantastic production, fantastic prizes. Only here on the STPL. Did you know Reavers could be this radical? How did these lings even get here? All I know is that's one dead base. STPL does! Wraiths, Valkyries, Carriers, and Corsairs? Forget about it. You won't see that anywhere else. STPL does. STPL does. STPL does. STPL does. STPL does. DT's doing game-ending damage? Name a more iconic duo. We've even got carriers in PvZ. How amazing! A global team league on the scale you've never seen before. Don't see this in BWCL, STPL does. All that and more, only on this amazing 64-bit STPL. What BWCL don't. Impressed? I know I am. Why not support us on the link below? Patreon. Okay guys, welcome back to the STPL. We're here for game number 3 between NaS and DM. NaS are currently up 2-0 after 2 very shaky games. Like, they could have really gone either way at parts. Like, obviously in the end the victor was assured, but still some crazy cool games. We're gonna head into a PvP now.
Yes, we sure are. I think the biggest thing about PvP is that it can just end instantly with Dark Templar shenaniganry. I don't know what to expect, but I also am not as familiar with these players as I am with other players. But PRL has had a perfectly average performance,
Yeah.
but he is one of the better players out there from Peru, right?
Chile.
Chile.
Yeah, Chile.
Wait, really? Oh yeah, that's right, because the Peruvian flag is like the red and the white with the logo.
Yeah.
All right, so I always get Peru and Chile mixed up, but I know they have. I was doing a bunch of research on Patagonia because I'm planning a trip there, and that's in the southern region of South America, and it's just this like untouched wonderland of like nature and awesomeness. And so I'll be going there, and it's the bottom of Argentina and Chile, and I guess kind of Peru. But the idea is I should know the difference, and now I am, and I'm learning that because of travel, which is awesome, and Brood War, which is awesome. So. It's awesome. And so is PRL.
Yep, and his opponent gonna be Sugo, the man, the myth, the legend. He's been known to work 10,000 hours per week, according to some memes. And it's gonna be crazy. Sugo has had a very good record throughout the STPL. Importantly, he is 6-1 up against Protoss, which is a crazy win rate for PvP. He's played against some really good Protoss players throughout the STPL as well. He beat First, he beat Tech, he lost to TT1 though. That's his only loss, and that was against TT1. And TT1, I'm not sure if you remember this game. Wait, it's not Sugo? Oh, it's Kingdom. What the heck? Okay, both of these players subbed out. You are going to have to give me a second while I very quickly fix this. Luckily enough, I can do it in a click of 2 buttons. So, where are we? Yeah, because it was initially meant to be Tech. So.
Yeah. Also, more importantly, it's PRI, not PRL.
Oh yeah, it is. I keep forgetting that as well.
We had this problem last season, and we called him PRL for so long, like basically the entire season. We called him PRL, and so when we finally figured out it was PRI, I was just like, wait, well, I mean, you know, the season's done, so.
I guess we can call him Pre now, which makes it a little bit easier. But yeah,
okay,
it's going to be Kingdom. Unlike Sugo, he doesn't have a 6-1 win ratio against Protoss. He's got 1-3, 36% win rate overall. A little bit unfortunate we're not going to be seeing Sugo's PvP here, but should be a cool game nonetheless as we head into Desperado. Now, Desperado in PvP, I really don't know how this is going to work with the double gas. Like, surely Templar is just the way to go, right?
It would certainly seem that way, right? I mean, obviously, I guess the only other thing that could be cool is if you go big air, and maybe you can like take, you know, the island bases, but that's way out there. You got to figure out how to get a natural expansion first.
Well, the natural expansion isn't super important. There's no gas there, right? And you've got a ramp. Like, why do you need to go down there ever? So, I mean, we may just see one person just turtle up. We could have a really long PvP here. Let's find out as we get into game number 3. It's Pre versus Kingdom. Okay, starting us off in the top here in the red, we're going to have Pre fighting for DM.
And his opponent, hold on, I gotta turn on, and his opponent, on the other side of the map is Kingdom, our white Protoss player.
Yeah, now Kingdom has his own stories, unfortunately. I don't really know too much about him, at least because he hasn't played too many games in the STPL, and there is over 600 players in the STPL database. Unfortunately, I cannot remember each and every single one of them. There was also over 1,600 games, so do forgive me if I can't remember every single game, but I really wonder, like, I'm thinking, like, week 1, you usually see, like, normal builds on these maps. Week 6, what do you say about 2 Stargate Scouts in PvP? Double
what do
gas.
you say about? Yeah,
Let's
I
do
mean, who was it that did the Scout build? It was either Boneth or DeWalt. I think DeWalt did the Scout Reaver build, and that was versus Terran, or no, it was versus Zerg.
Yeah, Pre did that as well. Pre did it on the Holy World SE. He went he went Scout Reaver into Carrier as well against Zerg, which was a sick game.
Man, big fan. Oh, they're all just so good. I can't wait. I need more of that. So I mean, if there was a map to do it, this would be it.
Yeah, and we did see on Plasma, we saw, I think it was Tech versus Fisheye. Fisheye went 2-base Carrier, and we had Carrier against Mind Control. So that was also equally sick. So I'm kind of interested to see exactly if we're going to see that kind of build again. Obviously, Plasma is like a semi-island map, so if anything, we may see something like that on Neo Arkanoid. But unfortunately, it sounds like Rapid is still being attacked by Zerg in real life.
Yeah,
so.
Sorry guys, I have like a million mosquitoes here. So if you hear like loud claps or me say "got it," that's mosquito related. So
That's just you hyping up the cast, man.
That's right. I'm just really excited, guys. I couldn't be happier.
Okay, so we've got 1 gate into core for Kingdom even, and Pre is going for 2 gates. So already we have a big variation in the builds. Does make me wonder if either player are going to try and expand quickly. I kind of feel like it's not super worth it in a PvP generally anyway, so it could be quite dangerous.
Yeah, expanding is like the hardest thing to do in PvP. So yeah, I think it's absolutely possible, but I don't know if that's the right way to go, just objectively.
Yeah. So we don't have any kind of crazy proxy pylons or mana pylons or anything going on at the moment.
The bigger thing is like PRL or Pre has no gas, so
yeah.
That's already a signal that we are going to be either expanding, which I would imagine is the case, but he's actually going to have his expo
minerals
blocked by Kingdom.
Oh, that's really annoying.
Oh, the mana pylon, or I guess not mana pylon, but yeah, blocking the expo. That's pretty sick. So now Pre, all he can do is just build more zealots and probes.
Yeah, and Kingdom already has zealots at the ramp. Oh my god, the probe coming in the back to try and glitch the zealots out. Can it work? Good, target firing so far. 1 for 1 at the moment. No zealots have died in the making of this production. It's 2 versus 2. 1 is low on health, but Pre does get into the main of Kingdom.
I think Pre should just put his zealots like in between the mineral lines, right? And get the better trade. But oh, actually, he's caught one of the zealots. He's gonna kill it.
Oh my god, that zealot is on like 1 health.
Yeah, it disjointed. I feel like it disjointed one of the hits. But I mean, now he's gonna start killing these probes.
He's trying, but unfortunately, like the Dragoon micro from Kingdom is really good here. He's taking a little bit of damage, but
click on the probes.
There goes another one. Oh my god, there's 2 probes up here as well. I kind of wonder what they're here for. They're not really going to achieve too much, but another zealot in the main mineral line doesn't get another probe. The probe count is actually even at the moment, and we can see that thanks to the new update. But there's going to be 2 zealots coming in once again, and they're not going to be able to... Oh my god. Oh, Kingdom saw it. I was going to say, is he just going to leave his base and then 2 zealots kill everything?
Yeah, that would have been totally tragic. He still hides one of the zealots.
Yeah, does he know about that second zealot?
I mean, it's always Always two there must be. Or something like that. So
Yeah, there we go.
he finds the Sith zealot down there and takes it out. So unless there's two more zealots hiding somewhere, he's good for now.
Now that pylon is still in the way, like the Nexus still isn't coming up. Now he does no longer have a gateway advantage. He does just unfortunately not have a tech advantage. The Robo is like 5 seconds, maybe less, like behind. I mean, it's not a massive deal, but he does have cannons at the front, which he's going to be able to use to help defend against this incoming push.
Yeah. So as the push, well, I guess eventually like works its way out there. I think PR. I'm not gonna stop saying PRL.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pre. Should be okay because of the cannons, right?
Yeah, it's going to be difficult to break this position. Obviously, when Shuttle comes in, the Zealots are going to eat up a lot of this damage. But you've got to push through this incredibly small choke as well. So I think Kingdom's just going to try and set up a little bit of a contain, wait for his... Okay, so it's going to be obs here for Kingdom even. I guess Kingdom is like, well, hey, there's 2 gases in your main. I've just killed a load of your units. What's the next thing you could possibly go for? Oh, DTs. So he is going to defend against DTs, which isn't necessarily a bad thing because it will get a vision over what Pre's doing, but that Dragoon taking a little bit of damage there is a bit problematic.
A bit, yes. It's certainly not going to be as valuable as the other ones. All Dragoons are created equal except once they take health damage, so... yeah, so just a Zealot Dragoon for now. Is there any other tech that the players are going for? And the answer is no.
Nope.
Just getting obs and macro in.
Okay.
Third gateway being added on.
Yeah, so this third gateway could actually help a little bit, but it's going to be a while before that comes in. You can already see the unit advantage here for Kingdom, and you can see it in the supply. Like, he's 13 supply up over his opponent right now, and in a mirror matchup, that's pretty insane. So...
yeah.
When are we going to see some tech? Like, there's obviously the Forge, but there's no +1, so it's not like we're going to see any sort of upgrades come into play here. They're both going to kind of just sit on their bases at the moment. I mean, it looks like Kingdom is going to try and expand, and there's nothing Pre can do about it.
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, no, nothing you can do. He can't even break out of his own base. He couldn't even get his own expand because it was blocked by a pylon for a million years. And now he's terrified, so he can't put down an expand while he's being sieged like this.
Yeah, I mean, his Observer is going to get into the base. Going to see that there's no... Oh, is he going to lose the Observer? That'd be huge. No, he does manage to get away. But he hasn't scouted anything still. Like, he doesn't really know what's going on. I think he saw some probes transferring, so he knows there is a base there. But you can see he's adding on another cannon. Like, I think he feels like there's something more... Oh, he's going to take the island. This is a clever play.
Yeah, that's actually really good. I think this is like basically the perfect way to use this map. I love it when players like look to the map specifically to kind of either get an advantage or save them. Hmm?
I thought the shuttle was going to fly into Dragoons, but it didn't. I don't think the Observer did see... Oh, okay, it's going to scout the base now. Oh, he's not started, of course, so it's not a massive deal. It's kind of funny, though, because there's absolutely nothing he can do about the probe unless he builds a shuttle.
Yeah.
He's building a shuttle now. He's like, hey, I know what you're going to do now. But he's left the front door open, so Pre is going to run out on the map.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good opportunity, but I don't know. I feel like Pre pushing out right now is kind of a, I don't know, almost fake, because once Kingdom gets back home, obviously he's just going to have more gateway waves, and he'll be able to rubber band push him back. Yeah,
but at least he's going to secure his base. The shuttle, though.
Oh, perfect. 4 Dragoons in the back. Oh, incredible. But at least Pre doesn't lose the shuttle. And here he comes into the natural. He's down a Dragoon, so I don't know.
He's also 30 supply behind. That's crazy.
Where is that 30 supply, Kicks? I guess it's...
Well, 16 probes? Of it's in probes, so...
Yeah.
I guess he's just got more Dragoons overall. I mean, we have had a load of cannons, so that's a lot less money that he's been able to spend. I mean, we do now have a Kingdom shuttle. Obviously, there can be like shuttle on shuttle wars, but there's no shuttle speed or anything. There's no additional tech for Pre. There is there is a Citadel now for Kingdom. I was gonna say there's no additional tech for him either. Like, what the heck? What is someone gonna tech up?
Whew. I mean, it's just this is the kind of the volatility of PvP. It's balanced on a knife's edge. Not in the way that ZVZ is balanced on a knife's edge, but
Yeah.
you just really can't commit to something big like an expansion without it having detrimental consequences. Somehow Kingdom's been able to do that. Now look, this is Kingdom just kind of flexing on him. He just has massively less units. Oh, Shuttle actually got accidentally targeted by, I think some of NaS.
I think he did it
Kingdom's
deliberately. Because if you think if the shuttle's dead, he can't attack your island, so... but unfortunately it survives with 1 health.
That is highly unfortunate, but also you don't want to load things into a 1 health shuttle. The bigger deal is that Pre has no units, so that will suck once the army hits his base.
Yeah, I mean, he does have these 3 cannons still. It's still going to be a little bit more difficult to push in. But going back to the volatility of PvP, like ZVZ is kind of like if a crazy person was running at you with a knife, whereas this is like PvP is more like a psychopath has you kidnapped or something. I don't know. This is strange. Like it's more like Mike Myers versus Jason or something. But yeah, here we go. I mean, this is a really good trade by PRL, but Kingdom just has so many units.
Yeah, and even with reinforcements, they're kind of coming in single file. Those cannons really did do their job, but yeah, there's just not a lot. And so even with pulling the probes and maybe some reinforcements coming in, keep in mind he's also shuttle dropping the island at the same time, so even that base is not safe. Well, I guess it is for now because he had units there defended, but it won't be for much longer.
Yep, the shuttle still isn't going to go and take that base. I mean, it'd be kind of funny if he just kind of airlifts all his probes away and tries to survive on 1 base, but I do want Pre to win this game, but it's going to be difficult. Like, if Pre loses, obviously NaS do take the series. We still have game number 4. But yeah, this is not looking good for Pre so far, so it's going to be difficult. And without any additional tech, like without Templar, he's only just now getting his Silver Ladoon. There's Templar tech already. Storm is on the way here for Kingdom. And just things have just been from bad to worse, like from the very beginning of this game for PRL,
Yeah.
or Pre, sorry. Damn.
Yeah, I know, it's hard. Ugh. Letters. Why
If you
is
think we spent 15 months calling him PRL even though it was wrong, because no one decided until the very last DM cast that, oh yeah, his name's actually Pre, and it's like, what?
Yeah, I mean, this is the same thing about, like, you know, different languages have different words that are either homonyms or, like, the letters look almost exactly the same. Like, there are Chinese characters that look almost exactly the same. Korean has, like, the word for dog and ant are just, like, 1 little tiny line apart. I'm just like, okay, my man, like, you're not helping me out here. So, same thing for PRL, because English just likes to have letters that look the same. Cool. Killing it. But anyway, back to the game at hand. It finally feels like PRL might have a way back into the game economically. In every other sense, he is super dead. So if he can get his 3rd base up and start mining off of 3 bases, then damn. All right, he's done.
And that'll be a double gas as well, so that'll be kind of crazy.
Oh yeah, you're right. Wow, I actually didn't think about that. So yeah, if he can do this, then yeah, more power to him. The only problem is that he might just die before then.
Yeah, the kind of crazy thing is, like, Pre can't, like, if he defends with, oh my god, how many Dragoon shots is that Dragoon gonna take? But essentially, like, it's gonna be difficult for Kingdom to push up this ramp to kill Pre. So Pre is trying to make use of that. He's gonna come in behind with another drop. Looks like it has been spotted, but can he use it to snipe off one of these? Oh my god, the Storm. Doesn't do as much damage as I thought it would do. Oh, but the Dragoon's gonna kill it.
Ah, yeah, okay, well, that's anticlimactic, but,
Pre is busting down his ramp. That's a massive mistake. He should just stay up his ramp and live. But he's trying to trade away some of the army the best he can. He's traded well. Can he get back up his ramp to defend, or is he just going to lose all his army? I think he may just lose all his army.
If he just stay on top of your ramp, dude, you've got 3 bases.
And one's defended by cannons as well.
Yeah, he put 4 cannons down there. Just chill, dude.
Yeah, unfortunately,
like
I think he can trade
scene.
better than he can actually do.
Yeah, just run up the ramp. I think this is actually too much.
Yeah,
I
he's
think
taking too
finally
much damage.
Yeah, Kingdom's gonna be able to break him after this too. Man, he was so close to expanding his way out of this. If he could have gotten that third base up and mining, that would have been incredible.
Yeah, and it would have been so difficult for Kingdom to break up both of those ramps, even with Storm. Like, coming down that ramp there is just, like, even though Pre was, like, super far behind, it's actually just lost him the game. Now, a shot actually came in. I think he was attempting a Storm drop. Oh, no, it was a Zealot drop, but unfortunately couldn't do anything. Cannon's there. But yeah, I mean, Kingdom's units are in the main. Just imagine if all of Pre's army was at the top of the ramp right now. These units couldn't get in. He would have traded super effectively. And GG, Pre taps out. Kingdom takes game at number 3. And yeah, that's just so unfortunate for Pre, but Kingdom just seemed to have his number the whole game.
Yeah, it was an unlucky number for him. So that's a 3-0 for NaS over DM. Wow. I definitely thought that maybe there would be one game that DM could take there.
Well,
and we're still going to go into the 4th game.
Yeah.
But it is a 3-0. So all I'm trying to say is congratulations to NaS for taking the victory. We've got that one consolation game coming up, so don't go anywhere.
Yeah.
Our last game of the night.
We're not going to go to a break now, just because it is going to be the last game, and it is going to be a ZVZ, so I kind of feel like taking a 3-minute break to go into a ZVZ would kind of be a little bit mean, not only on you, who are super tired, but also on the viewers who have seen quite a few breaks today. So, just adding the win for Kingdom. I can see you're already in the game, so it's going to be a ZVZ fan favorite. It's the coach himself, Bane poster Eon Zerg, is going to be here representing NaS. Obviously, very, very famous Belgian North American Eon Zerg on NaS, but that's cool. That's cool. We don't talk about that. That's like a hidden meme. But yeah, I mean, Eon Zerg is known for his very, very quick games as well. So let's see who. I don't mean to write anyone off before we get into the game, but I've only seen one game from Yop. He did beat Scarfs on Carthage 3. It was his EVP.
Ooh.
But Eon Zerg, along with True Touch, I know they are the 2 best Zerg players outside of Korea, but genuinely, Eon Zerg's ZVZ is just crazy. It's so good. Like, I mean, he's 6 for 1 against Zerg.
Wow, that's quite the impressive record. But it's about which Zergs, right? Like, he lost against Spire, who's obviously insane. He lost against well, I guess
Zerg.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay. He's killing it. So, man, Eon Zerg, what a monster! Like, you can't say enough good things about him. 80% win ratio, insane. And that doesn't even talk about how well he's done. He's champion of the BSL in previous seasons. He trained out in Korea. This guy is the best, if not one of the best non-Korean players in the world right now. I would say it goes like Eon Zerg, DeWalt, and then, like, I don't know, some other
Honest, True Touch.
Yeah, some other, like, Polish player probably. But yeah, there's a lot of very, very strong non-Korean players, and Eon Zerg is absolutely one of them.
Yeah, now we saw a ZVZ in EF versus White Clan as well. We saw Chaelin take on Careless. And that was a relatively quick game. We saw some crazy ZVZ strats with, like, proxy Sunkens to take down the lair of Chaelin, which was sick. But unfortunately, there's not really an easy to defend natural here, so it's probably going to be 1 base versus 1 base. And I used to have a meme with Sail where I would kind of see an Eon Zerg game and think, well, this isn't going to last more than 5 minutes regardless. And a good example of that is when you look at the player history of Eon Zerg just then. In his last 10 games, he beat Bonneth twice, and both of them, the games didn't last past 5 minutes. So that's against someone with some of the best micro outside of Korea in Bonneth. So let's see how Yop's going to do. I really hope he can surprise me here, because Eon Zerg, like, his ego is pretty big when it comes to ZVZ, so let's see if he can knock down a peg as we get into game number 4. It's Eon Zerg versus Yop here on Neo Outlier. Okay, and starting us off here in the bottom left-hand position, we do have the purple Zerg fighting for NaS. It's going to be Eon Zerg.
And his opponent, the wheat to the thresher, as it were, is Yop, playing for DM.
Yeah, now unfortunately, this is obviously a game that's nothing but for pride. Well, I say that, but when it comes to the STPL standings, every single game does in fact count. So we saw last season in round 4, White Clan didn't know it was FBW, didn't make it into the final set of playoffs because of one match loss. That's how, well, one game loss within a match. So literally every single game does count here. So, and when you compare Season 2 and Season 1, Season 2,
Yeah.
all of the middling teams from Season 1 are just better now. And all the good teams from Season 1 are just better now. So the competition is going to be even hotter. There's new teams that are also incredibly good as well. And look at Yop, he's trying something very interesting. He is building an incredibly forward 9 hatchery.
Well, yeah, so this is what's really interesting, and I love to figure this out. We've had all variations of hatchery placements. We've had in-base hatchery. We've had 12 hatches, and then this one is a 12 hatch in a very...
it's a
oh,
9
no,
hatch.
it's 9 hatch.
Yep.
Yeah, whoa! All right, so get ready.
This
I
is
hope you didn't-
Superling.
Yeah, if you guys are subscribed to the STPL channel, you might notice we have an emote called the 6-minute curse. You may want to prepare to post that emote in chat, because we will not be making this game go much longer than that for sure. This is yeah, we're trying to kill the other guy, and here's how we do it.
This is essentially like if you think of One Punch Man, like Yop is going for the One Punch Man style. Like if this works, he wins the game. If Eon scouts it, he loses. Like if you think the Ling's already done for Eon, they're going to be on the way. He knows where his opponent is just because he's scouted first. Is he going to, like, this hatchery's finished and he's going to see it. Yeah, he's seen it.
Yeah, instead of One Punch Man, this is No Punch Man.
Yeah, I don't even think he's going to be able to get a punch. Could this be the fastest game of STPL history?
Will he build a Zergling? That's my question. I'm pretty sure Eon Zerg could kill the hatchery and the egg building Zerglings before the Zerglings pop. Okay, the Zerglings. He does build Zerglings successfully. What a god! How does he do it? We may never know.
Yeah, he gets the Lings away, but unfortunately speed is going to be done faster for Eon. Everything is just going to be done faster for Eon. This was a massive gamble by Yop, and unfortunately, it hasn't paid off. You can already see speed has just finished now for Eon Zerglings, and speed against no speed. It's no contest.
How good are your drones, my dude? If they're that good, then maybe you should have just built only drones this game.
Yeah.
Because chances are Eon Zerg will be in a good position this game.
Yeah, this is just crazy. Like, Eon is
Are we even going to make it to the 6-minute curse kicks?
I don't think so. Like, he's going to lose the spawning pool. Speed isn't even done. He's got no Lings. His drones are going down to Lings as well. Eon.
Prepare your GGGGGGGs.
3 minutes 57. And Eon is staying in just to make sure he's definitely dead. So that was a 3 minute and 57 like game. If someone other than me is like a crazy stat head, like take down that number for me, post it in the thread so I don't forget, and then let me know because I want to look.
We got to get a 4-minute curse emote now.
No, that's not gonna happen. That's a 1 in a million game. Like that was an ultimate gamble by Yop. And just, unfortunately, it just did not work. Like, I feel so bad for Yop because if that hatchery had gone unscouted, if he'd have managed to get speed before Eon did, like, say Eon goes for a 12 hatch, that game goes completely differently, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was a good try by Yop. Like, I don't fault him for doing that, and that could have been a really cool game if Yop had won that. Not gonna lie.
Does anyone know about the BGM? You would imagine that because Kix is here and it's his tournament, then he may possibly know about that. But
yeah,
if you too want to know, then you can support the STPL on Patreon. No, I'm just kidding. No. Anyway, what a way to finish things off. Eon Zerg is like, Rapid's gonna be tired when he's casting this game, so I'm just gonna send him out in style. So thanks, Eon Zerg. Big fan.
Okay, so let's just have a quick look at the results as well before we tie everything up here. We, of course, do have the win for NaS. They take a 4-0 victory over DM. If you were to look at the Season 1 stats, this would definitely be kind of what you would expect, at least. But we can also take a quick look as well. As a matter of fact... Can we? Yes, we can. So let's quickly go back here. I'm going to bring up the new rankings as well. I just need to quickly reload the overlay because I've still not found a way to get that working just yet. But like we had some pretty good series. I know the NaS series was sort of one-sided score-wise. We still had two really good games, Jayun versus J1 and Dragon versus... who was Dragon against? He was up against Kiri. That was a really cool game as well. So yeah. Let's have a quick look once again at the team rankings just to sort of finish the stream off here. Obviously, NaS, they actually take themselves into the top spot along with White Clan. They head up 2 positions. Obviously, that doesn't mean too much in week 1. But they do take 4-0 victories and secure, at least for week 1, their top spots in the STPL.
Yeah, I mean, hey, top spot is top spot. Screenshot it, put it on your refrigerator, whatever it takes. Whatever you gotta do, that's how you do it. So I don't know if today we saw any crazy upsets. It was 2 4-0s, so not much. Definitely not as dynamic as week 1 or day number 1. So if you missed the first day's games, especially that Net Wars series, go back and watch it. Insanity. One of the best series that we've ever had. So all the VODs are going to be on Kix's YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/STPLTV. You can also follow the STPL on Twitter at twitter.com/STPLTV. Wait, no, it's just STPL,
yeah, it's
right?
STPL TV. STPL on Twitter was taken by someone. It's a really weird account as well, so...
How dare they?
I got STPL on Twitch somehow. That's amazing, but...
Woo! Killing it. You can also support STPL on Patreon, and if you'd like to help raise the prize pool, you can do so for free by typing !donate in chat, clicking on the Matcherino link, and putting STPL, the L is for Liquipedia, because we also have to give a huge shout out to Liquipedia for putting $500 towards the prize pool of this season of STPL. It's a shorter season, so it's shorter, sweeter, and even better than before, and in part because of Liquipedia. So a big thanks to them for all of their continuing coverage. And if you want to check out that continuing coverage, you can do so by checking out TL.net, where all of those articles and coverages are going to be posted. So check that out, check them out, and a big thanks to Liquipedia for helping make this season of STPL possible.
And a final closing thought from me, there's going to be no stream this Friday, and that's because I'm away, but we are pushing the stream forward to tomorrow, so either I or Iron Rapid, depending on obviously how tired he is, will be streaming 3 series tomorrow. There's a lot of ZVZs involved, so I thought I could maybe fit 3 in, but we're going to have Valhalla Team versus Rev, Soul versus Bull Team, and Sai versus Nice. That's going to round out week 1, and then obviously we'll be back for week 2 with the normal schedule of Monday, Wednesday, Friday. If you're not in Europe and you need to sleep, do tune in a couple of hours to the Pylon show, where Rapid will be taking part, talking about, I think something about rising as a caster, if I remember the blurb right.
Something like that. Yeah. I don't know. We'll figure it out. It'll be good. Don't worry. You won't be disappointed.
Yeah, so have a good morning, noon, or night, wherever you are, guys, and see you guys tomorrow. I'm just going to find someone to host, so I'll just put it to the live soon screen for that. So have a good day.